The WindyWillows cow herd has been in the making for over 50 years. Throughout that time, the emphasis has been on developing sound, highly maternal and productive cows. Our cows are not pampered. They are expected to thrive in the harsh conditions we often experience in southwestern Saskatchewan, grazing on stockpiled grass and swath grazing well into January or February. Calving ease has always been a priority, as it is for most of our customers, and the incidence of calving difficulties in our herd is extremely low. We are proud to have provided the foundation for several purebred and commercial herds. One customer who purchased a draft of females found that our cows adapted very readily to his environment. Sale day will be tough for us, because the better part of a lifetime has gone into building this cow herd, and will be difficult to see them leave. It's gratifying to know that others will benefit from our efforts too. Well, my grandfather and father ran this operation before I did, and at that time, grain growing, wheat in particular, was the primary source of income. And we did have a few cows when I was growing up, like 15 or 20, simply because we had some land that wasn't suitable for crop production. When I got old enough to become interested, about the time I was 16, I got interested in purebred cattle, and so I bought a few heifers as 4-H projects, and that was the beginning of the WindyWillows herd. We gradually moved over from grain production to the purebred operation. And when I had the opportunity to purchase a ranch 30 miles north of here in the Vermilion Hills at Calderbank, we made a purchase there of a ranch, and then we added some land to that afterwards. And we now have the capability of running 250 to 300 cows on our current holdings. Question. Originally, when I was wanting to register a herd name for this operation, we have a big flat that runs to the east of us that we can see from the hills on our property, and it was called the Meadow. Everyone around here called it the Ross Meadow. So I tried to get the name Meadowview, but someone somewhere had already selected that name, so it wasn't available. I recall one afternoon I was working in the yard on a very, very windy fall day. The wind was blowing quite strong, and we have a grove of willow trees that protects our yard from the elements on the west side. And when those trees were bending in the wind, and the wind was blowing strong, it was made quite a noise. And the name WindyWillows just popped into my head that day, and so I applied for it, and it was accepted. So I've always believed that if our bulls are going to do a job for our commercial customers in their environment, that our cows should be managed in a fashion that's similar to the way our customers manage theirs. And that's why we don't pamper our cows. We expect them to graze late into the fall, just like our customers do. We expect them to calve unassisted. We expect them to take care of their calves and breed back every year. If our cows aren't managed that way, we're not sure how we can expect that the bulls that we produce are going to make profitable improvements for our customers. So that's the reason we treat our cows being a little harsher than some places do. Well, it wasn't an easy decision to reduce our numbers. I resisted the idea for some time. Eventually came around to accept the fact that it was probably the right decision for us to reduce our numbers at this time in our lives. So in an effort to reduce our workload and reduce the complications, we decided that it might be a good idea to sell off all of the red cattle. It would make management easier, fewer breeding fields and so on. So that was maybe the first step. I came around to agreeing to sell the red cattle first, and then after some urging, I decided that maybe we could afford to let some black cows go as well. And the only reasonable and fair way to provide an offering of black cattle that would create interest would be to offer all our mature cows. So we kind of picked a number. C cows and older are all going to be offered in sale, with the exception, of course, of those individuals that my daughter owns. She's going to retain her herd, but all the cattle owned by myself and Michelle that are C's and older will be offered in sale. Well, we're obviously cutting back the number of cows that we'll be breeding next year. We're not going to need as many herd bulls, so we've decided to offer several of our herd bulls. Of course, the red bulls will all go. That will include the staunch bull we own in partnership with the Kyles, as well as the grandson of Motive that we purchased from Twin Heritage Farms that has done an exceptionally good job for us the last 2 years. We're also going to offer 3 of our black herd bulls that we've had in service for 2 or 3 years already, and we're going to be keeping the younger bulls in their place.